Hi everyone, this is Diana from Sweet and Savory, and in this video I'm going to show you my recipe for making the most delicious Colombian pan aliñado. I'm going to leave you the link for the recipe in the description of the video, but you can also find it at sweetysalado.com/en. The first step is to activate our dry yeast, and we're going to do that by using warm milk. It can't be too hot or too cold. The perfect temperature is about 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to add a little bit of sugar to help activate it. We're going to give it a stir, and we're going to let it sit for about 5 to 8 minutes. After about 5 to 8 minutes, your yeast should be activated, and the way to know this is because you're going to see a nice frothy foam right on top. To this, we're going to add melted butter. I use unsalted so that I can have full control of the amount of salt that I add to the recipe. We're going to give it a stir and set it aside. The next step is to mix the dry ingredients in a big bowl. I'm using the bowl of my stand mixer, and I'm also using bread flour for better texture, but you can also use all-purpose flour if that's what you have on hand. We're going to add white granulated sugar, and we're also going to add a little bit of salt. And now all we have to do is whisk all of these dry ingredients really well. To the dry ingredients, we're going to add our yeast mixture. And then using the dough hook attachment of the stand mixer, we are going to knead this on low speed for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it's nice and smooth and elastic. Now, if you notice that your dough is a bit too dry, you can add a little bit of milk at a time. And if it's too wet, you can add a little bit of flour at a time. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you can knead the dough by hand on a lightly floured surface for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it's nice and smooth and elastic. Once it's kneaded, we're going to shape our dough into a big ball. And then we're going to grease a large bowl with a little bit of olive oil. You can also use the bowl of your stand mixer. And then we're going to place our dough inside the bowl. We're going to cover it with that oil. And we're going to cover the dough with plastic wrap or a clean kitchen towel, and we're going to let it rest in a warm place for about 1 to 2 hours or until our dough doubles in size. After about an hour or two, our dough is going to be doubled in size, nice and fluffy, and then all we have to do is shape it into a big log. And then we're going to cut it into 8 small pieces. And what I do is I cut the log in half, and then I cut each half into 4 small pieces. And if you want, you can weigh each piece so that everything's exactly the same. I don't do it, I just eyeball it and everything comes out perfect. And using a rolling pin or even a large bottle, we're going to flatten each piece into a larger piece that measures about 7 to 8 inches long, and we're going to make sure we flatten the bottom really well. If you want, you can stuff the bread rolls with some cheese. This time I used a small piece of string cheese that I rolled from the top all the way to the bottom, and that worked okay. It's just that it melted too quickly in the oven. But what I usually do is I sprinkle lots of mozzarella cheese on the inside, and that works a lot better. Once we have our bread rolls ready, we are going to place them in a large baking dish or baking pan that's been greased with a little bit of butter or covered with parchment paper. We're going to cover them with some plastic wrap or a clean kitchen towel, and we're going to let them rise a second time for about 45 minutes. After about 45 minutes to an hour, the bread rolls are going to be bigger, they're going to be fluffier, and then we're just going to brush them with an egg wash. This is going to give them a beautiful, shiny golden color, but if you don't like the taste of egg, you can use milk instead. And then finally, we're going to sprinkle the top with our favorite seasoning. This is what makes this bread aliñado or seasoned. A lot of people use grated Parmesan cheese on top or sesame seeds, but I love to use everything bagel seasoning because it has dehydrated onion and garlic, sesame seeds, poppy seeds, and sea salt, and you can add as much or as little as you want. We're going to bake them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes or until they turn golden brown on top. We're going to take them out of the oven and we're going to let them rest for a few minutes before serving. And that's my recipe for making the most delicious Colombian pan aliñado or seasoned bread.